At the moment of birth, each of us is as free as a bird, with not a single restraint tying us down. But with age come the varied shackles that bind, clipping away at our wings, feather by feather. In time, we long for a return to the freedom we once knew. But the truth is, we can return to those days whenever we so choose.
Is this weather perfect or what? The brisk ocean breeze, the wide open sea, smells like a new journey on our horizon. I gotta say, I'm glad I took you up on your offer, Adol. Being stranded on Asteria for so long was really getting to me.
I'm glad I asked you to come.
Same. This has me even more pumped than all the way back when I first left my hometown. It's been a wild ride since then, but that doesn't make me any less grateful to you. I can hardly remember the last time I felt this chipper.
Adol! Yogi! So this is where you two were. I never dared dream I'd get to see the actual ocean in person. Even now, it's difficult to believe a vessel this large is capable of floating upon its waves. What manner of sorcery is this?
I guess this is all one big culture shock for someone born and raised on Ys. Dr. Flair here's even giddier than me.
That I am. In my view, being on the surface instead of above it is a miracle in itself. To say nothing of the unprecedented chance it's given me to search for the original strain of Celcetan flower.
Celcetan flower? That's the name of a type of medicinal herb, right? It's native to the Great Forest on the Gallia-Hispani border or something.
Indeed it is. I couldn't very well rest on my heels after hearing that's where you two were headed. The prospect of seeing it in its natural habitat was ample reason to climb aboard.
Your get-up and go could put even Adol to shame. But be sure to mind your health, okay? At the rate you're going, you'll end up fainting in sheer bliss the second you stumble onto those flowers.
Well, frankly speaking, that scenario is all but guaranteed.
Well, we won't be arriving in Celceta for a long while yet. Might as well kick back a bit and enjoy the ride for now, don't you think?
Ah, a passenger. Having a pleasant voyage, I hope? You appear to be a seasoned traveler for a boy your age. So my hunch was correct. This may be no surprise to you then, but we have some extraordinary sights coming up shortly.
Oh, what's that over there?
Mountains? No, wait. I think those are islands.
Attention all passengers. I am your captain, Victor LaSalle. Allow me to express my gratitude to you for sailing with us on the Adamas today. If you look to our left-hand side, you'll find Obelia Gulf, famous for its sprawling archipelago. This current bout of clear weather lets us see the myriad patches of land, both large and small, that populate these waters. It will be quite some time yet before the ship arrives at our destination in Celceta. So until then, we invite you to bask in this scenic tapestry of blue seas and beauteous islands. Understood. Let's make haste.
My word! What a magnificent sight!
Obelia Gulf, huh? Sure doesn't disappoint. That reminds me, Adol. You said you were looking for a western archipelago before you came to Asteria, right? There any chance this might be... Whoa! Little close for comfort, don't you think? How's a guy supposed to take in the sights like this? Hey, Adol.
Men, prepare to hunt. Behold thy foes with steady hearts. Fear not thy fate, for life and death are the deities to decide. Those who fall with valor shall be ushered into their divine kingdom. Now, shout forth the name of our God!
Har!
Huh?
It can't be!
Pirates!
So he did hire mercenaries.
Shield wall! Charge!
Stay behind us, Doc!
Right. Thank you.
Oh? You another one of them mercs? Bit on the puny side, ain't he? Sure you know which way to hold that thing, little fella?
What a joke. The big lug behind him would be more worth our time.
Why else do you think? Everybody's gotta make a living one way or another. Enough chit-chat! Let's make this quick!
How's that?
No way!
How's that?
No way! What a joke! Damn it all! Rotten punk! You're in for it now!
You bumbling louts! How long does it take to handle one sellsword trying to play bodyguard?
Our fault, ma'am. The kid's a lot tougher than he looks.
Oh, really? Fine then. I'll take care of him myself. Done saying your prayers? Nice try! How's that? You're pretty skilled.
Whoa! Here it comes!
Whole lot of fuss for one small fry.
Try not to lose that red head of yours, kid!
Princess. I must ask that you stand down. That boy appears to be no more than a passenger.
What?
We have already apprehended the captain. Right this way.
So those are pirates. This is my first time encountering them in the flesh.
Oh boy, we're in a real jam now. Ugh.
Captain Victor LaSalle. I thought we had an agreement. There's a toll for sailing these waters. And you promised never to skip out on it again.
Hold on a moment! This is the last time, I swear! Whatever you do, just let me live!
We both already know how this goes. Any room you had to parley was forfeit the minute you put those mercenaries on your payroll.
Stay your hand, boy. Those are no mere pirates. They're the Balta Sea Force.
Woof! I'm stuffed. Guess good eats are a given when you set up town by the ocean. The stuff you get further inland just doesn't compare to fresh seafood.
That aside, it would seem we're going to be stranded here for the time being.
Yeah. Who'd have guessed the Adamas was cruising through these waters illegally? Obviously, the captain already paid the ultimate price for that. But I hear they're even seizing his ship as compensation for all those unpaid tolls.
It leads me to wonder what the story is behind this Balta Sea Force. To their credit, they did let Adol loose after determining he was merely a passenger.
Doesn't make those lugs any less high and mighty, though. If they look like pirates and plunder like pirates...
Like Normans, you mean?
Normans, you say?
They're a lawless people from the north with incredible seafaring know-how. Word is, they've looted their way not just here, but across the entire North Sea. Raiding towns, pillaging churches, kidnapping innocents. None of it is beneath a Norman. And the Balta Sea Force makes up just one faction among them.
Sounds like your typical pirates to me. How do they get away with it?
I was given to understand that the entire region of Glia fell under Roman imperial control.
Rumor has it that not even the Empire would dare to defy the Sea Force. The Normans have had an iron-fisted grip on Obelia Gulf for ages now. Some say that it spares us from suffering under Roman rule, but they don't speak for everybody.
Hey, did you hear about what happened to the Adamas?
I did. Captain LaSalle was treading a dangerous line. He simply reaped what he sowed, if you ask me.
Won't argue with that.
Still, it's hard not to feel for the guy.
Those pirates had no right to waltz in like they owned these waters and demand a toll. Why should any of us have to play along with their made-up...
Shush! I can sympathize, but that sort of talk is best kept to yourself.
Oh, what did I do to deserve being born in Carnac, of all places?
I see what you mean. Doesn't sound like they get the warmest reception around here.
As would be the case in any town, though this one does seem to have its fair share of hardships. Now, Adol. Though on that subject, there does seem to be quite a bevy of islands here in Obelia Gulf.
Oh, yes, that's true. We locals are so used to the view that it often slips our minds.
That reminds me, Missy. These islands wouldn't happen to come with any unusual myths or lore, would they? Our little group's got a special interest in that sort of thing.
Is that your reason for traveling, maybe? I can't guarantee there's anything that'll live up to your expectations, but... let's see... Aha! If it's run-of-the-mill folktales you're after, I have just the one.
Really now? Do share.
Well, legends tell of what's known as the Sea King's Throne. The throne is said to be hidden away on one of the islands here in Obelia Gulf. Supposedly, whoever finds and sits upon it will have their wishes granted.
Oh-ho! That's some juicy stuff. How about it, Adol? This do anything for you? That's the spirit. We got plenty of time to kill, so what the hey?
Hold on a moment. It really is just a story.
Oh, what's the harm? Let them chase their dreams. That's what being young is all about.
Heck, back when I was their age,
Forgive him. He's had a few ales too many, it seems. Say that throne really exists, though. What would you wish for, Rosalind?
Huh? Me? Well, for our humble little business to prosper, of course. What else?
Brings a tear to my eye, it does.
Renee must be proud. It's easy to see why you're Rooseveri's poster girl.
Makes me want to spend 3 days and nights drinking this tavern down to its last drop. And I do it all with a smile. The more they rake in the cash, the happier Rosalind gets.
How sweet!
I think you've had quite enough for one day. Our apologies for bothering you, gentlemen.
Nah, it's all good.
Like they mentioned, my name is Rosalind. I'm the daughter of the owners. The three of you are going to be lodging with us tonight, right? If you have any issues during your stay, Anything at all, just let me know. Of course! Always happy to be of service. Well, I'd better get back to work. Relax and unwind as long as you need.
Such a capable young lady. Reminds me of Lilia back home.
By the way, Adol, I know this Sea King's throne is a big deal and all, but we got some other things to take care of first if we're sticking around. The travel funds we scrounged up were only enough to get us to Salsetta.
Quite right. With that in mind, I plan to pay the local clinic a visit. Upon our arrival, I noticed a flyer that said they were recruiting medical practitioners.
Well, ain't that convenient? Doesn't really solve the issue for us two, though.
Are you youngsters in need of work?
Yeah. You got any leads?
Well, both the harbor and the town militia are hiring at the moment. The docks are always short on labor. I'm certain a brawny fellow such as yourself would be a welcome addition. And the red-haired lad is a swordsman, no? The militia's been on the hunt for temporary recruits, I believe.
No joke? That's great! Thanks for the tip!
Seems we have a few promising candidates.
Sure do. Let's get out there and follow up on them once we're done taking a load off. All right, you two. This is where we split up for now.
Indeed. I'll be heading to the local clinic. I may just take a look around town as well, seeing as we're extending our stay.
Let's aim to meet back up around dinner time then. Adol, I'm guessing you're also gonna...
Me. Seek me.
Adol, you good? A voice? I didn't hear anything. Sure it wasn't just your imagination?
There's no shortage of noises out here. Perhaps you mistook one for somebody speaking to you.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. It's time to start scoping this place out. You probably plan to wander the streets a bit yourself before checking in with the militia, huh, Adol? Catch you both later, then.
I've got to say, the quality of these Spanish leather goods is on a whole other level.
One might say the same of Obelian seafood. Rich flavors, firm to the touch. It is simply unparalleled. Rome and Hispani may be at odds right now, but I believe our transaction today has proved mutually beneficial.
To be perfectly honest, our middleman here deserves all the credit for making this deal happen.
That attire? Is he...
Well spotted. I am indeed a Norman. However, I find that being a tradesman suits me far better than waving an axe about.
That's good to know. They say Normans are first-class mariners. No doubt that expertise slots in perfectly with mercantile work.
I'm flattered to hear you say so.
It's thanks to the Balta Sea Force that we're still able to do business like this during wartime. They're the ones who make sure ships from both sides can travel these waters safely.
Not having those persnickety Roman officials around to stick their oars in has been heaven sent for us as well. I very much look forward to your continued patronage.
You and me both, pal. And let's not forget to keep our friends from the Sea Force in the loop, too.
On a separate note, Romes, the militia recently informed me that an incident has blocked the highway out of town. Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't you have an important negotiation to attend in that direction?
Well, well, word gets around fast. It's nothing I'm not aware of. In fact, I've already asked the militia for an update on the situation. Shouldn't be long before they report back.
You there, with the red hair.
Well, here's an unfamiliar face. You must be one of the passengers from the Adamas. Is everything all right? They didn't hurt you, did they?
Sorry for calling to you out of nowhere like that. We each have a child about the same age as you, so our motherly instincts kicked in.
Honestly, who do those Balta hooligans think they are, wreaking havoc left, right, and center? They impose an exorbitant toll on every vessel crossing Obelia Gulf, and plunder anyone who flouts it.
Some ships, like the Adamas, will try and make their way through without drawing attention. But when they're found out, they wind up like Captain LaSalle.
Because ships that do pay the toll get escorted to safety by the Balta Sea Force themselves. In that sense, they do their part to maintain order throughout the Gulf, which is why the Roman Empire turns a blind eye. When all is said and done, as long as we live here, those brigands' word is law.
There are far fewer instances of pillaging than before now, so we can only assume this is for the best. Still, it would be nice if our mayor could put his foot down every once in a while.
I pity the man. Having to deal with our complaints and the Sea Force's demands has him between a rock and a hard place.
Well, that's what he signed up for when he took on the job. Anyway, you just be sure to stay out of their line of fire.
Oh, you got a job for us? Huh? Wait a second. Don't tell me. You're here to sign up for the militia, right? Never seen you around before. But I think we're about the same age. The name's Gren. How about you? Adol, huh? Man, oh man, you've just gotta enlist! We could really use a guy like you. Wait, what's with the long face? Ugh, is that a deal breaker? It did used to be slightly better for what it's worth. But the mayor slashed our budget in order to keep the militia from being overfunded. When the Balta Sea Force says jump, he asks, how high? It's pathetic enough to drive you to tears. Oh man, that figures. Our commander's not in right now, so it's not like we could have gone over the nitty-gritty anyway. He should be back tomorrow, though. So maybe swing by again around noon and hear us out. Call it a hunch, but I've got a feeling you and I are gonna be fast friends. Calling all youths! A career in the Carnac militia awaits you!
Seek me. This way. Seek me. Right here. Find me. swordsman. Can you hear me? Bestow you mana, enough power, defeat.
Gotcha! There!
I'm sorry. I don't... any details. My name... Leela. Who... are you? Adol. Search Island. Come find help. In go.
So the shell spoke to you. How very curious. As for this mana you mentioned, can we assume it's some form of magic?
Well, of course it is. You only just got it a little while ago. That wolf you fought that just wouldn't die has me hung up too. I talked up a storm with the guys down at the docks, but none of them mentioned anything close to that.
It may well be that something is actively unfolding as we speak.
The Balta Sea Force, Mana, an undead wolf, and a girl named Leela. Doesn't seem to tie in with that Sea King's throne we heard about earlier either. It's just mystery after mystery around here. You know what that means. Here I always thought adventure was something you had to seek out. But whenever you're around, Adol, it seems to find us instead. Nothing like a little intrigue to spice up a trip. Finding that girl's gonna be a tall order, though. This gulf's got more islands than you can shake a stick at.
The first step is to gather information. You'll also be in need of a ship.
I'll put my new job down at the harbor to use and poke around for some intel.
As for myself, the Azrat Clinic has hired me on as a temporary physician. I'll see if I can't find someone in town who's willing to lend us a hand.
Sounds like a plan. Let's kick things off first thing tomorrow morning, Adol.
Didn't think you'd show up alone. There's something I need to double check. You're probably full of questions, but I'm in no mood to explain. Just think of this as us picking up where we left off yesterday. So you do know of it. I won't hold back this time. Coming at ya! Run through! Nice try! How's that? Some speed. Power of mana. How'd you get your hands on it? You didn't use it back on the Adamas. I could say that much. Leela? Never heard of her. Mana, on the other hand, is my people's concept of a formless power. Imbued in a sword, it brings forth victory. Imbued in a vessel, it grants safe passage. Only those chosen by the All-Father Har are able to wield it. Out of the Sea Force, that list starts and ends with me and my old man. It is. So explain to me why a louse like you... Blood and thunder. Grieger. You fought one just yesterday, didn't you? Put a Grieger down with just any old weapon, and it'll rise back up again and again, wounds fully healed. Mana is the only thing that can slay him for good. Well, aren't we popular? What was that just now? What in hell did you just do to us? It couldn't be. Nothing like this has ever happened with me and my old man. At least now I have a good grasp on what I was sent to investigate. We're finished here. So long. And what would I gain by answering them? I'm a Norman, a pirate. One false move, and you might be my next kill. Can't handle that? Then pack your bags and see yourself out of Obelia Gulf. Son of a... Handcuffs? Made of mana? You! What did you pull this time? Don't exactly see a keyhole anywhere. It's stuck tight! Hey, quit gawking and help! This spells trouble for us in more ways than you can count. Either we get these off, or I'm sending you back with one less hand. Got that? No luck. Might well be a curse of some kind. Hate to say it, but my old man's probably the only person we can turn to at this point. Couldn't even begin to guess. What a mess. They call you Adol, right? We'll have to stick together for a while. Unless you fancy me lopping you off at the wrist. Nothing phases you, does it? My name's Karja. Karja Balta. Daughter of Grimson Balta, Jarl of the Balta Sea Force. I thought you'd already realized. Well, no time to waste. I'm off to report in at the Balta Sea Force's command post. It's over by the harbor, so don't fall behind.
Hey, don't stray too far. I've taken enough tumbles for my liking. Wonder if Gunnar knows anything about this. Ugh, why me?
Hey, Princess. Back already? Who's your plus one?
Is Gunnar in? I have a report to make.
Yeah, I'll go get him for you.
Not every day you see the princess bring in someone from the straight and narrow. You her little boy toy now, or what? Wait, for real? Didn't realize you were her type. Actually, now that I think about it, wasn't that swordsman she threw down with on the Adamas also?
Hey, what are you whispering to him about?
Just making small talk.
I swear.
What seems to be the trouble, Princess?
Gunnar, how many times do I have to tell you to quit calling me that?
Oh? Who might this boy be?
He's the swordsman Grimson told me to look into.
A request from the Jarl. Ah, now I remember. He was a passenger on the Adamas. I see. So we have here not only a mana wielder, but a pair of mystical shackles. What's more, the latter has rendered you unable to separate from the former.
That better not be a smirk I see.
Not at all. This isn't humorous in the least. It is, however, exceptionally unusual. Only the Jarl can make the final call here. Unfortunately, he is currently out at sea on an expedition. We do not expect him back until tomorrow.
Tomorrow? And just what am I supposed to do until then?
With all due respect, Princess, I must ask that you spend the remainder of your day here in Carnac.
What? But why?
It wouldn't do to have a non-shield brother accompanying us, for one thing. This may even be to your benefit from a certain perspective. What better chance to familiarize yourself with how those under our rule live and think? I believe you're at an age now where such matters ought to be considered.
Fair.
Not to mention, it is possible for this turn of events to be grossly misconstrued.
In what way?
There are those who would be only too pleased to regard this as a scandalous affair on your part. We have no need to voluntarily provide them with issues to raise at the Thingstead.
All right already! I get the message.
Adol, was it? My apologies for giving you a fright on the Adamas. I am Gunnar, War Chief of the Baltus Sea Force. I can imagine, especially if that was your first encounter with our people. No doubt you have many thoughts on the subject, but collaboration is a must if you want any hope of resolving this. We Normans have our ways, some of which may run counter to your own. Nevertheless, I would ask that you work in concert with her and us until we manage to set you two free. Good. I appreciate the understanding. I will notify you as soon as the Jarl returns, Princess. Until then, travel with Adol and mind what he says.
Don't you have that backwards, Gunnar? Why are you so trusting of him anyway?
That you feel the need to ask is all the more reason to make use of this opportunity. The boy is, if nothing else, accustomed to travel. I expect he will be very accommodating. I had best return to my duties. Take care. I leave the rest to you, Adol.
So, this is the Azrad Clinic. Some of our crew's been treated here. They do a good job, far as I can tell.
Who is it? I'll be there in just a moment. Oh, Dr. Flair. Welcome back. Sorry again for putting you up to that house call. It should have been my father checking in with Mr. Evelees.
Now, don't give it another thought. Actually, I stopped by to ask a rather, shall we say, convoluted favor of you, Mirabelle.
Why, of course. What is it? Would it happen to have anything to do with the local celebrity standing behind you?
Yes, she is the crux of the matter, in fact.
Well, I can certainly see why that'd be a problem. It just so happens that we've been collecting used clothing as part of our volunteer efforts. There might be something in there that'll fit you, Princess. Is something the matter?
No, it's just... you don't seem to be all that afraid of me.
Our clinic has a policy of helping all those who are sick, injured, or otherwise in need. That goes for everyone, be they a Roman, a Spaniard, or Norman. And besides, in your case, I would be more than happy to help. Give me just a moment, please. There we are. Alrighty, step right in.
I still don't see the problem with what I'm in now.
This goes on the outside. You just put it on, like so.
Hold it! I am a Norman warrior. How am I meant to keep an even keel in that flimsy getup?
There's no need for that. Mirabelle can handle this just fine. Let's wait and see how things turn out.
You may be right that these clothes aren't as sturdy in comparison. But, odd as it sounds, the right apparel at the right time and place can hold more power than you realize. Much like your mana, in fact.
Huh?
Clothing that suits the occasion can do wonders for your courage and confidence. For example, donning this nurse uniform fills me with pride and peace of mind. The outfit you're currently in has a similar effect on you, doesn't it, Princess? You've been told to spend the entirety of today here in Carnac. I'm positive the memories these garments hold will give you the strength to do just that. What one wears during life's biggest moments can serve as a memory in and of itself.
So that's how you people see it. Fine then. One change of clothes won't kill me. Your words won me over. Even if that bit about memories went over my head.
I knew you'd come around.
See? What did I say? Indeed, Mirabelle is quite impressive for someone her age. I heard she even has a knack for getting all the children to drink their medicine, no matter how bitter.
Dun da da da! The time has come for the grand reveal! From fearsome pirate princess to cute as a button, I present to you, Karja!
You call this cute? Drafty, more like.
Huh. You really think so?
Actually, now that I'm wearing it, this is a lot more mobility than I thought it would.
Consider me astounded. You're a miracle worker, Mirabelle.
Not even I thought it would go this well.
On that note, it's nearly time for you two to meet with the militia, isn't it? You should probably be on your way, Adol.
And you're absolutely sure they were dead?
No doubt about it, sir. We dealt the fatal blows ourselves. It all happened so quickly. We looked away for only a second when...
Adol! You showed up, just like you said you would. Wait, who's the girl?
Hey, things are tangled enough without you spinning extra yarns.
Man, she's a real looker, huh? I've got a childhood friend myself. Remind me to introduce you sometime. Anyway, thanks for making the trip over and all, but we're actually pretty swamped at the moment. Yeah, it's almost too weird to be true. Some pedestrians were attacked by a pack of wolves on the highway outside town this morning. Our guys from the militia made sure to stamp them out for good. But the minute they took their eyes off the bodies, the whole bunch of them disappeared.
Maybe a bear came by and snatched up its next few meals?
Whisking that many dead wolves away in the few moments no one was looking? Sounds kind of far-fetched. The most likely answer is that they were never actually finished off. But I don't know.
Isn't that man...
So it's possible these wolves escaped with their injuries and are still lurking along the road. Yet despite that, the blockade was lifted, allowing several civilians to exit onto the highway. Do I have that correct, Commander Gulliver?
That's about the long and short of it, yeah. But no matter how you spin it, there's just too much about this case that doesn't add up.
That's unusually glib coming from you. I understand the desire to stick up for your men, but remember whose shoulders the blame falls on should the worst occur. Now get moving. There are travelers on that highway who need protecting, our citizens included.
Hey! I've just about had it with your selective hearing! Commander Gulliver and the rest of the militia made every effort to kill those wolves and keep the roads blocked. But there's only so much we can do when we're constantly understaffed. The whole squad's exhausted. Each of us barely gets any time off. And it's all because you caved into the Normans and slashed our budget!
That's enough, Gren.
But, Commander!
The mayor's right. Keeping the people safe is what matters most right now. We're in a race against time. I'm going to need every able-bodied member on deck.
Yes, sir!
My men and I will move out straight away, Mayor Clement. We'll report back as soon as we can.
See that you do.
All right, let's get this show on the road.
Sorry, Adol. Duty's calling. If you're still interested in signing up, drop by again after things cool down a bit. Great. Catch you then.
Huh? I'll admit this incident has me curious, but don't tell me you're bent on helping. Have it your way.
So the militia headed for the Hagen Highway, huh? We can get there by circling back past the clinic. You want to follow him? Then hurry it up.
I don't believe it. Every time we knock one down, it just gets back up again.
Commander, what the hell are we dealing with here?
Couldn't tell you. But I've got a pretty good idea of why all that carrion went missing now.
Damn it all!
Adol?
No! You need to fall back! Now! These things can't be...
No way!
What in the world is going on here? Mana, you say? I did hear that a handful of Normans had mysterious powers at their disposal.
And you're saying that seashell there gave you the ability to use them?
That's ridiculous.
You can't expect us to actually believe this.
And knee slide! God Almighty, Leela Almighty, Adol Almighty! I beseech thee, grant me thy strength! Oh, crap. No dice, huh?
Not a speck of shame in this one.
Well, Commander, now that we know the whole story, let's ask Adol and his lady friend to save the townsfolk in our place.
What?
Come off it, Gren. These two aren't part of the militia. Heck, they're practically still kids.
The mayor chewed us out enough when you first joined up. Imagine how he'd react to this.
Well, I'm not hearing any other bright ideas. You already know we can't take down those wolves ourselves. And there's more where they came from. What about all the people still out on the highway?
Well...
Besides, Commander, Adol here's the guy I told you about yesterday. The one who wanted to sign up with us.
Is that right? Yeah. It's Adol and Karja, right? Hate to put you out, but we're gonna need you to rescue the townsfolk in our place.
Above. If you're that set on this, then let's make it quick.
Oh, right. Take this with you. Let me know if you run out, and I'll top you off. Try not to get too in over your heads. We'll come back you up once we're finished tending to the wounded. Best of luck to you.
What's the big idea? Blocking the road. Don't you have any idea how vital today's negotiations are?
You do realize that they don't understand human speech, right, Dad? Anyway, I'm more worried about whether the others managed to get away safely. I can't put my finger on it, but something about these wolves gives me a bad feeling.
Hard to imagine feeling good about a wild animal attack, son! Anyone, man or beast, who gets in the way of our business is evil incarnate from head to toe! Once the militia gets here, I'll have these mutts turned into fur coats and sold for a profit!
Who are you two?
Oh, folks from the militia. A bit on the young side, but I won't complain.
Go time, Karja! Go time, Karja! How's that?
Whoa-ho-ho!
Incredible. Looks like I was right to think those wolves were out of the ordinary.
So much for those fur coats.
Priorities, Dad?
Shoot, good call. How would you two like a job escorting us to our destination? I'm Romes of Carpent Trading, by the way.
Romes Carpent. You're that big money merchant from Carnac.
Well, what do you say? I can pay double the militia's rates if you get me to my business meeting on time. Oh, for crying out loud! Cruz, you're about their age, give or take. Talk some sense into them.
No can do, Dad.
Why not?
Because those wolves just now weren't the last of them. What about everybody who ran off ahead of us? Are you really so short-sighted that you'll throw away every scrap of trust the town has in you just to close a deal? Credibility is the most important commodity a merchant can have. It was you who taught me that.
Oh, way to go, me. I always did have a way with words. Oh.
Well, that settles that. You're free to go help the others. We'll make the sensible choice and return to Carnac. It's nothing special. I'm only doing what any reasonable person would.
This could be trouble. If the rumors are true, these things are immortal.
Then what are we supposed to do?
Well, the only option is to use one of us as bait. Just kidding. Don't worry, I'm not that cold-blooded. Run as soon as I give you the signal.
Wait! I never agreed to anything!
Huh?
Who are you guys? Let us take care of this. We're saved?
Wow! Way to go, you two. The name's Rafe. This little fella is Ashley. I've heard those things were unkillable. Was it that weird power of yours that did them in? That's what I thought. Except you don't look anything like a Norman. Can't say the same for her, though.
Now's not the time to start picking nits. So, what are you doing out here anyway? I just came out to pick some wild plants and stuff.
The kid lives on his own. Apparently, he does this every so often to earn some extra money for food. He's not short on guts, at least. I'm sure Rosa or the priest would have been happy to help if he'd asked them straight up.
Oh, stuff it. I can't stand anybody from town. And that includes you, Rafe. You're the one who went on about there being a lot of beasts around these days before inviting yourself along.
And thanks to that, you didn't walk straight into their stomachs. Would it kill you to be a little less prickly with me? I mean, you get along just fine with that little girl over at the lighthouse.
Not really. Sometimes she gives me gifts and I return the favor. That's all. I do wonder if Sash is alright, though.
Of course. I'll make sure he gets home safe. We should be fine going back the way you came. Just remember to watch yourselves out there, okay?
Another one. Down that way!
How's that? You impertinent brutes! Don't you come any closer! Do you even realize who you're dealing with? This can't be the end. Is there no one, anyone who will save me?
Quit screaming and hollering before you rile them up even more!
My pleas are answered. How's that? How sluggish can you be? You should have sprung to my aid the moment you spotted me.
Excuse me? You got some nerve taking an attitude with the people who bailed you out. You're real gussied up. Doesn't seem like you're from around these parts, though.
That's... What concern is that of yours, pray tell? You're right. Being ambushed by those creatures has me all of a dither. Oh, goodness. I truly am a pampered, spoiled thing, aren't I?
What in hell is she mumbling about?
My name is Millette. I am a traveler passing through. Ahem. Forgive my lapse in manners. As it happens, I have a request to make of ones so capable as yourselves. You see, I am rather eager to continue down this highway to the next town over. But those peculiar wolves litter the path ahead. Might I request that you dispatch them and ensure my safe passage?
Hang on. You're not about to tell us there's even more people farther up the road, are you?
Not at all. There were no signs of anyone save for myself.
Aye. You're better off calling it quits for now, given the situation. Take the path we came here on. The local militia will be there to protect you.
It would seem there's no insisting otherwise. Very well. I shall do as you suggest.
That scream just now. I think it came from over there. Pharos Lighthouse, to be exact. Any vessel traversing these waters depends on it. I think the man who tends the place is living there with his kid.
Get away from there at once! Blast! There's no time to lose. Those girls are in danger! Who are you two?
Stay back! This won't take us long.
Form up! Gotcha! There! Form up! There! Gotcha! There! Gotcha! Go time, Karja! It broke through! What? It broke through! It broke through! It broke through! There! Gotcha! There!
Thank you for coming to my rescue. Aren't you that same lad from Rooseveri's place? Oh, never mind that. I could really use your help right now. I should say so. The lighthouse has been overrun by beasts. Not only is my daughter still inside, but Rosalind too. She had merely come by to pick some flowers.
Rosalind? That the girl whose family runs the inn?
Please, save them! I beg of you!
We'll make our way in, but whether they die or survive is up to them. Living is a choice, one those two have to make on their own. I hear you. Let's go.
Go time, Karja! Here goes!
Woohoo! Now this I like. Switch! Let's keep up the pace. There they are. Can we even make it in time?
It should be a good spot to rest.
Everything's going to be fine, Sash. Someone will be here to rescue us any moment now.
Take this! Don't come any closer, you bully! Leave Rosalind alone and pick on someone your own size!
Sash!
Adol?
Who are you? Name's Karja. You did good, kid. Now stay back and watch us finish the job.
Okay.
To bits! Shatter! To bits! How's that? Gotcha! Switch! 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 Gotcha!
Switch! In my sight!
You broke through! Switch!
Your turn, Adol! Wipe the floor with it!
Messed up.
Not looking good.
Still got some fight in you, right?
Thanks! How's this? Shatter! To bits!
Yeah! Yeah!
You're kidding.
Hang in there, Concha!
Thanks.
Shatter! To bits! Crumble!
Wow. What in the world? That beast was anything but normal.
Hey!
Daddy!
Sash! Thank the stars! You're not hurt, are you?
Oh, Daddy! I was so scared!
Oh, Sash.
We saw how you tackled that thing, Adol. You two were awesome with a capital A! Right, Commander? I told you he knows his stuff!
That he does. Even without that strange power, his swordsmanship goes beyond his years. He and the young lady here were so in sync, I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me.
It's because of you both that Rosalind and my little girl came out unharmed. I can't possibly thank you enough.
The other travelers who were along the highway are fine as well, save for a few minor injuries. Adol, Karsha, you've got our gratitude.
Grin.
Rosa, I didn't even realize you left town. It's a good thing you're okay, though. I don't think your folks could take it if something happened to you, too. Oh, right. Me and Rosa here have been friends since we were little. So I owe you for saving her, too. Thanks a million.
Adol, just what were those creatures?
That's something we're still trying to get a handle on ourselves. But let's hold off on it until we get back to Carnac. Might be a good idea to fill the mayor in on the situation and hash things out ASAP.
What a long day. Can't wait to chow down back at the inn. Wait, do they even have any empty rooms? Then again, these cuffs will probably... We can worry about that later. Let's focus on getting some grub for now.
Heyo! Short time no see!
Almost too short.
Oh, come on, buddy. Don't be like that. I know it's a little last minute, but after talking stuff out, we decided to throw you to a welcome party, starting now.
A welcome party? For us?
Don't mind him, Karja. Really, it's more that we want to repay you for everything you did earlier. All of us are around the same age, so we hope to sit you down for a chat and see where it goes.
I'll just come out and say it. Long story short, we want to be friends with you guys.
Friends? Oh, for the love of... Fine, I'll go. Happy?
I promise you won't regret it.
That settles that. We'll lead the way.
Didn't this area used to be a shipyard?
Huh. I'm surprised you know about that.
The Sandras.
They say she's due to be scrapped, but she's been sitting here as long as I can remember.
Right this way, you two.
What's all this?
I'm glad you asked. Welcome to the secret headquarters of the Carnac Free Youth Brigade.
Ugh. Are you really still set on that whole youth brigade thing?
You never change, Gren. By which I mean never learn. Or grow up. Typical Gren the goofball.
Oh yeah? You want to say that again to my fist?
Now, break it up, boys. Is this any way to act in front of our guests?
Wait, you're... Actually, now that I get a good look, this room's full of familiar faces.
both were born and raised here in Carnac, so we grew up alongside each other. This place has been our usual gathering spot ever since we were little.
I'm a bit older than the others, though, so it's been some time since my last visit.
So yeah, we still get together here every now and then.
The two of you wound up our main topic of discussion today after everything that's happened.
No sooner did we consider inviting you over than Gren the goofball here bolted out the door. Sorry for letting him off his leash. I'll bet he's pestered you half to death by now.
Keep calling me a goofball, and I might actually go brain dead. Then what'll you do?
No worries there. Your brain's been fried since the minute you came out the womb.
We really are sorry about the trouble. Still, there are a lot of things I'd like to ask you two about. We may be in the same age group, but there's a certain aura of mystique around you.
I couldn't agree more. Would you mind going into detail about that power you used to save us?
I get the sense everyone here is trying to make you feel welcome in their own little way. You're not obliged to humor us, of course, though I suppose you wouldn't have come along at all if you were against it.
Don't forget, the less these people know about my background, the better. I'll let you take the reins here, so try not to slip up.
Well, no need to be shy. Have a seat over here and make yourselves comfortable.
You travel around in search of adventure? Get out of here! That's flippin' awesome!
Now I can see why you were so excited about the story of the Sea King's throne back at the inn.
And everything you know about sword fighting is self-taught? Man, the life you must have led.
And at only 17, too. That makes you the same age as Rafe.
Cruz and I are 16, just 1 year younger.
And Gren here finally got his dream job with the militia after turning 18, right?
Technically, he's still in training on account of all the trouble he stirs up.
That sounds about right. Wouldn't be Gren otherwise.
Ah, cram it. I forget, though. How old are you, Mira?
I'm sorry. What was that?
Might want to walk it back, or your next trip to the clinic might land you in the morgue.
Point taken.
That reminds me, Rafe. How's working away from home been? You got a live-in position at the mines in the countryside, right?
Yeah, I've gotten used to it, more or less. Plus, the pay's decent enough. Anything to help my mom out, you know?
Rafe.
Bet you don't get much free time either, Cruz, now that you're helping the family business. Guessing you gave up your goal of being a shipwright?
I may as well have. That's just the way it goes. It was only ever a childhood fantasy anyway. How are things in the militia, Gren? Commander Gulliver seems pretty put together, at least.
It's fulfilling work, sure, but the commander's got less of a backbone than you would think. And by now, our rock-bottom pay is a joke everybody's in on.
Can't do much about that except complain to your old man.
All that extra money from downsizing the militia staff and budget goes towards the Balta Sea Force's protection fee. It was the mayor who made the choice to take that huge chunk out of your funding.
Hey, Gren, was it? Am I connecting the dots right about your dad here?
Whoops. Did I forget to mention? Sucks to say, but yeah. The guy you talked to at the clinic, Mayor Clement, I'm his son. It's ironic. I joined the militia as a way to stand on my own 2 feet, and my dad still finds a way to give me grief.
Grief is kind of a strong word there, bud.
Sorry. I should know better than that.
All right, you three. You're starting to talk like our regulars over at the tavern.
Ooh, that bad, huh?
We did sound about 3 times older just now.
So, how'd you find yourself in these parts, Adol?
Up north?
Whoa now. You're not about to tell us you're actually a Norman, are you?
He wouldn't have come on foot if that were the case.
I was told you met Dogi and Dr. Flair during your travels.
Yeah? So how does Karja fit into the picture?
Me? Well, I am a Norman. Hell.
Well, I think the Norman people come in all different strokes these days.
That's true. Just look at how amicable Einar is. Besides, Karja had a hand in saving us, so...
Hold that thought.
What's got you worked up all of a sudden?
I hear shouting. And that's not all.
Who could that be?
Gren! Gren! Are you in there?
Pops? Is that you?
Keep the door shut and listen to me. Under no circumstances are any of you to leave that room.
What? Why not? Crap. It won't open! Pops? Pops!
What's going on out there?
Sounds like screaming. And cannon fire.
It's... gone quiet.
Shit! Hey! Answer me, damn you!
Waiting around in here won't do us any good. We gotta see what happened for ourselves. Why?
Shit!
Gren, wait!
That dumbass. Got it. Just make sure you bring our moron back in one piece, all right?
Helpless to the end, that one. There's no telling who we're up against, Adol. But chances are this is a raid. Let's go check on the command post. Rieger? Hup! Now of all times? Out of my way! In my sight! Here too? Gunnar should have left by now. There's not a single lookout to be seen. We heard him screaming earlier, so where'd they get to? There are Grieger all over too. This is starting to feel less and less like your typical raid. Doesn't seem like Gren's in the area either. Let's take our search elsewhere. Gren! Where are you? Answer me! Skeeter, what happened to everyone?
Switch! Crap! Not these things again! Adol,
Oh? What have we here?
Huh?
A woman?
Fall back! It isn't safe!
You found some stragglers, did you? A shame they aren't quite what we're looking for.
What?
They may have fallen short of the mark, but that doesn't mean they can't be put to good use. I do so despise pointless waste, after all. It vexes me to my core.
The hell are you on about?
You there, redhead. Unlike the other inhabitants, you seem rather intriguing. Still, a miss is a miss. You'll simply have to serve me in other ways. Oh?
There's something off about you.
It healed! Doesn't that make her...
A Grieger. In human form? This is the first I've seen or heard of one.
Well, aren't we a vexatiously spirited bunch? Perhaps a little roughing up is in order before I bring you to heel.
Here they come!
What say I teach you some discipline?
Crumble! Gotcha!
Switch! Get him!
Out of my sight!
How's that?
Another chance!
That's quite enough of that.
Away with you!
Gotcha! There! Switch!
Skeeter! This witch.
You two sure you've got this? If only I hadn't run off all half-cocked.
What's this? My wounds aren't healing? Don't tell me you two are the ones he was talking about.
There. Another scar for the road.
This can't be. You lowly human filth. I, Yer the Dorson, am not your canvas. Never have I been so vexed! Wretched girl, don't think yourself more than a blustering mongrel! Come, my minions!
What the hell are these guys?
Grieger! All of them!
Shred her face into a miserable pile of flesh! That wench will know humiliation!
We're on our last legs. Adol!
Oh? I should be asking the same of you. It's been quite some time since this island had a visitor. Or perhaps I should say that those who come to visit are never quite aware of it. I see. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Adol. Welcome to Viewpoint Isle. the site of my solitary existence for forever and a day now. Well, I reckon that I've been waiting for something. What exactly, however, I have forgotten over time. Even my own name has escaped me. But be that as it may, all I can do now is remain patient. You, on the other hand, appear to have elsewhere to return. I wish you all the best.
Hey, Adol! This is no time to be spacing out!
You okay?
Them at once.
How's this? Shatter to bits! Shatter to bits! Switch! What was that power just now? Forget it! This is our chance to break through their ranks. Move out!
Right!
No pity, no mercy, no forgiveness! They think this is over. Evie, to me! I don't care how many limbs you have to tear off. Seize those gutter snipes and drag them back before my feet!
Let's hide out at the old shipyard for now. We can flee town from there.
Yeah, Rosa and them are waiting on us. Holy... What's with that walking mountain?
Another Greeker?
Adol! There's a shortcut to the shipyard over this way!
Adol! Gren, hurry!
The road's blocked!
Switch!
Let's break through! The hell's that musclehead's problem?
Keep running or die wondering! Eat this! Yeah!
Now it's barrels?
Yeah! Yeah!
Switch!
This way! The bridge!
Monostring across!
He caught up to us!
We'll have to fight our way past! This one's strong.
How's this?
Shatter to bits! What? How's this? Switch! How's this? Switch! 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 What's the attack?
The hideout's down this way!
We'll slide to the bottom!
A fallen tree?
Here I go!
Grapple over it!
Stop!
They're already here? Then where did everyone else go?
Shh!
Hey, anything turn up?
Nah, not a soul left to be found.
Am I crazy, or are those things talking?
These humanoid Grieger might be a nastier threat than we realized.
Those brats from earlier must have been the only ones hiding out then.
Oh yeah? And where are they now?
I brought them along with. All humans are to be presented to Lady Earth.
They were captured?
You're telling me to just leave our friends behind? Screw that! I'll save them alone if I have to!
What can you possibly do?
Son of fuck!
Adding fuel to the fire will just make everyone burn. We're out of escape routes. Don't have the strength left to trade blows with that lunk. So instead, I'll hack off my hand and act as a decoy. That way, only one of us has to go down. It's been left to rot for who knows how long. But we got nothing else to lose. All right, we're shoving off! We made it to open waters. Let's try and meet up with the Balta Sea Force for now. How? The Normans are a seafaring people. You'd have a harder time finding a warrior who doesn't know his way around a helm. Would feel more at ease if the lighthouse beacon were on. But we should be able to make do by starlight. I'm still in rough shape. Come here. I'll teach you the basics of handling a ship. A short break will do me some good anyway. Mind taking the wheel for me? They're not coming after us. We were right to escape by boat. Set our heading west-southwest. First step is to meet up with the Balta Sea Force. How about that? You're a regular coxswain already. Guess I can leave things be a while without you running us aground. I should have some of my strength back after resting up a bit. The helm's all yours in the meantime. I'd place us around halfway between Carnac and Balta Island right now. Seems you're starting to get a feel for steering. About those humanoid Grieger, by the way. I'd never even known they existed. Your guess is as good as mine. The bestial kind's been showing up here and there in Obelia Gulf for a long time now. Me and Grimson, my old man, have been wiping him out with no one else the wiser. I did what I was ordered. End of story. I think Grimson's been making some kind of investigation into the Grieger too. But he still won't tell me a damn thing. Other than that I should look into him myself if I'm so curious. Or that carving one's path through the waters is the Norman way of life. Probably. Of course, it's also possible that he just has nothing to share. Apparently, I started being able to use mana at around 10 years old. Ever since, I've been tasked with culling the Grieger herd without ever knowing why. I always assumed an explanation would follow once I became a full-fledged warrior. So, with that as my guiding thought, I worked as hard as I could, and, well... In what way are we anything alike? What? And now you're just playing me for a sap. How could anybody be oblivious to the whole damn... Wait, is that what ends up happening when you're born and raised in the mountains? So, there's folks out there who know nothing about the ocean. And I knew nothing of them. That right. So the reason you set off was to learn more about the ocean? I wonder, is there more I'd like to find out too? About myself, maybe? Huh? Not sure. Something about you just raises my hackles. Why'd it take me this long to... Something the matter? Those ships. It's the Grieger. No two ways about it. Not just one, either. It's a whole miniature armada. You've got us in firing range. We're too short on manpower to fight our way out. One extra pair of hands on deck would at least give us a chance.
Look no further, then. Just now, yeah. I've got a few choice words for you both. But there's bigger fish to fry right now, and I don't want to make another bonehead mistake.
What can you do?
I took artillery training as part of my drills in the militia.
Cannon duty it is.
Sure thing. I'll give it my best shot.
All right, Adol. Prepare for naval combat. Why, you! Turn them to blossom! Fire! Chew on this! Eat it, you bill-sucking wretches! Now! Fire! Eat it, you bill-sucking wretches! Turn them to blossom! Reinforcements?
Shit! There's no end to them!
They're out to ram us!
Who the heck?
It's them!
Right then, full speed ahead.
Send a message to all vessels. Maintain spindle formation and crowd sails. From there, proceed as planned.
Aye, sir.
Balta Sea Force, close in and prepare to board. For har! For har!
Whoa. Talk about swashbuckling. There's not a trace of fear on any of them.
Aye. We wouldn't have the right to call ourselves Normans otherwise.
Still, they're against the undead. It's a losing battle.
Not for him.
Moment of truth. Let's get this over with.
Fight well, Jarl Grimson.
I won't be long. A pleasant evening to ya. Too bad. It's the last you'll ever get.
How'd one guy do all that by himself? Wait, is he who I think he is?
Grimson Balta. My old man, and the Jarl of the Balta Sea Force. Not just mana. He also triggered what we call a berserker state.
Berserk... what now?
On top of wielding mana, he can go berserk whenever he pleases. It's a form of combat that only develops in a select few, turning their heightened emotions into raw power. The user gains monumental strength at the cost of their senses, causing them to fight till their stamina runs dry. But from what I'm told, Grimson's got the power to bend it to his will.
Excellently done, my Jarl. The enemy force is on a reciprocal course. In retreat, most likely. Shall we give chase?
Pass. Those whore sons are like a lizard's tail, the way they always come back.
I ain't letting you put my nose to the grindstone all willy-nilly.
Be that as it may, do you suppose they were intending to turn Carnac into their stronghold?
Far from it. They were only there to mount a search. Still, to think those Grieger would cobble together a whole damn fleet of their own. Guess that means the time's finally arrived.
Hey! That ship's closing in on us!
The Norgist, flagship of the Balta Sea Force.
Princess, I am relieved to see you unharmed.
Same to you, Gunnar.
Not once did I expect such an ordeal to befall Carnac. You would have avoided it entirely had I not insisted you remain there. My deepest apologies.
It's fine.
We'll be sending a scouting party to the town at once. Though you must be exhausted, we would have you recount the events to us later.
Got it.
Hoy there, Karja. Really went through the grinder today, huh?
Grimson.
What's with the getup? You suddenly develop an eye for fashion?
Bite your tongue!
I suppose that's neither here nor there. Not with everything going to hell in a handbasket. That boy over there, the mana user? Likewise. I've heard bits and pieces about what you've been through. Probably has your mind swimming in questions. I've only got one thing to say, though. You, lad, are gonna be helping us out. Can't have enough mana wielders in these trying times, am I right?
Crimson.
Hey! Hold on a second! Those goons kidnapped the entire population of Carnac!
They what?
We didn't realize it had come to that point.
Protecting the town was part of the deal my pops made with you, wasn't it? So go save them! If you don't, who will?
Oh yeah, you're Clement's boy, ain't ya? Let me offer a little reminder. We Normans ain't defenders of justice. We're lawless brigands.